Hey guys, me Dave. It's 10:04 because tomorrow's 10:05. My car payment comes out. You know how much money I have left for the month? I have less than $100 for the month. I'm broke, man. I'm telling you. You guys must relate, right? Giving all your money away and you're living paycheck to paycheck. I still have a cough. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, so what I want to talk about is let's talk Brian too. He made some very good videos. They kind of made me understand a little bit better what's going on in the program. He put out 3 or 4 videos that talk about triggers in verification. You know, in my program, I've mentioned before, they bang, they bang, they bang. From his videos, I kind of recognize that it could be a trigger. Instead of verification, it really is hard to tell because what they'll do is well, if I'm standing behind a pretty girl in the grocery store line, look at Cody. Cody's making noise. He likes to talk, you know. So if I'm standing in line in the grocery store behind a beautiful woman, she could be involved and she will bang on something or she'll make a noise or bang on something. If they could be putting sexual thoughts in my mind. Well, is that a trigger or is it verification? You know, are they doing that to her too? That's the big mystery. But Brian too kind of cleared it up a little bit tonight on those 3 videos that he did. You know, they always bang in my program. In Todd Giffin's program, they whistle. They whistle at him. They whistle at him all day long. Is it triggers or is it verification? You know, it really, I don't know. I don't know, you know, what they're doing in other people's program. But they always whistle at Todd Giffen. And they always bang in my program. So, and they will do that with my relative. She'll come downstairs, and if I'm up and she's feeding the dogs or whatever, they will put sexual thoughts or something in my mind, and my relative will bang. She'll bang. You know, she'll bang something. You know, so is that verification or is it triggers? You know, he kind of clarified that tonight. You know, so I'll be looking for that in the future. So watch those videos, you guys. If you're a trauma-based mind control victim, that's what they do in my program. You know, they did it in the psych ward. They were. I would get hit eating lunch, and what they would do is they would bang their trays on the table every time they put a thought in my head or sexual. It's usually something I don't want to see. You know, it could be sexual, something of a worker or something, and they would bang their trays on the table. So is that a trigger or is that verification? You know, if they keep on doing it, and they bang, it could be verification, you know, and stuff. So I'll have to be aware of that. It could be a trigger or it could be verification. So watch those videos, you guys. If you're a mind control victim, he's right on. He knows what he's talking about. He's right on. You know, he knows what he's talking about. You know, we're all trying to understand this technology and what they're doing to us and all this stuff. You know, if you're a mind control victim, and all this stuff. Now, I will tell you something. Now, I go to Ella's call, okay? Now, James seems like a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy and all this stuff. But, oh, that's a real cough, you guys. But, okay, now, big targets. I'm a big target. I go to his call, okay? Now he coughs almost through his whole call. You know, I'm not saying it's for me or whatever, but they put a thought in my head, and he'll cough. you know, he has the gang stalking cough throughout his whole call. Okay, now is it for me? I don't know if it's for me or if it's for other targets that are on the call or whatever. It could be multiple reasons, but he seems like a nice guy and everything else. But he does have the gang stalker cough going on. Um, he's either doing triggers or he is verifying their technology throughout the call. And that's what they do. If you go to their call, his call, you will recognize that every week he has a cough. He does the gang stalking cough every week that he has this call. It's been going on for months. How can everyone have a cough on these calls? Everyone's real and all this stuff. We're all TIs and connect and all this stuff. Well, half of you have a cough. Why do you have a cough? We have a cough that goes on. All TIs on these calls that speak have this mysterious gang stalking cough going on. Recognize it, you guys. If you go to these calls, you can recognize, if you're a real TI, you can recognize these people all have a cough. They all have a cough. It's really amazing. They should take some cough medicine or a cough drop or something, and maybe they wouldn't have a cough. Maybe it's just me, but that's something I noticed on all these calls. They all have a cough. So that's one thing they do in this program. So they're either verifying or triggering, if you're a big target. So other than that, not much going on with me. I do want to, I want to tell you something weird that they did to me. I was in the psych ward in 2016. They nailed me. I mean, they took me down with pain. They hit my temples so bad, I almost fell to my knees. I said, if you do this one more time, I'm calling the police. They did it one more time. So I called the police. And they came and got me, put me in the psych ward. They may have outbursts in the ER and all this stuff. I mean, they were trying to do everything to me. Make me look violent, all crazy, everything else, Oh, can't get rid of this cough, you guys. I'll tell you about something later. So you know what they did? I did threaten a nurse, a male nurse. I said that I was going to knock him out. And I apologized later on. But that was enough for them to put me into a locked, a special, it was almost like a little jail in the hospital. They locked me in there with the security guard for like 2 days, because I threatened this nurse. They could turn you into a fighter, you guys. They could turn you into a fighter, Okay, so I was in there for 2 days. They made me take a shower for some reason. The security guard and the nurse was there. They walked me to the shower. They made me take a shower and all this stuff. You know what they did? What's weird is that they stole my underwear. They stole my underwear. They took my underwear. I did not get my underwear back. So is this guy a freak? He's sniffing my underwear? What is he, sleeping with it at nighttime? Is he a pervert, or he just wants to feel my scent, or what is the purpose of them stealing my underwear? Is the guy just a sicko and he wants to feel my scent or whatever? I don't know. These people are sick in the mind, you guys. They're sick, demented psychopaths. So they stole my underwear when I was in the ER. It was unreal. So that's one thing they did that's weird. And then I spent another day in there. They gave me some medication that knocked me out almost for 2 days. Before I knew it, it was like Monday night. And they took me to the psych ward. Totally fake psych ward. Perps in there. Everyone was a perp in there. Big deal. Big production. Spent lots of money and all this stuff, And I was in there for 5 weeks. But my main point is they stole my underwear, you guys. They stole my underwear. How awkward is that? How demented is that? They stole my underwear. They're freaks. I'm telling you, they're freaks, you guys. So another thing I want to talk about is some of you guys said you're getting V2K, you get V2K and all that stuff. When I was getting V2K, I got it for a year. They were doing skits every night. Every night I would have a different skit. So for Tuesdays it was the same skit. For Wednesdays it was the same skit. For Thursdays it was the same skit. It was a different one every day of the week, and they would play that repetitively every day of the week. Mondays would be the same, Tuesdays would be the same, Wednesdays would be the same. They were live a lot of times, you guys. When you have a hive mind team it's the beginning of your program and they're just hardcore torturing you and all this stuff, they are live a lot of times. After a while it was, like maybe months after a while, it was automated. You could tell it was automated after a while, but for a long time, these guys were live talking to me. They would interrogate me at nighttime. They would, you stole a candy bar when you're 10 years old. Oh my God, it's crime of the century, and all this stuff. They would do stuff like that in interrogation with V2K. They would actually talk to me and interrogate me, and all this stuff. A lot of times I was kept up, sleep deprived at nighttime. They would torture me all night long, and they would talk to me all night long. They think I'm just some animal that doesn't deserve to live. They were telling me to roll over. When I was in bed, they were telling me to roll over, to humiliate me. Can't talk. And stuff. They were telling me, they were telling her not to buy heat. So we didn't have heat. I had a heater run into my room. They were telling me to shut off the heat, turn on the heat, shut off the heat, turn on the heat. And I'll tell you something. You know what they did on V2K? If I would shut off the heat, they would sing songs. They would sing songs, made up songs, until I turned on the heat, and then they would talk to me normal. They would do that all the time. Turn off the heat. And they would sing songs. And before you know it, I'm like, I'm not going to keep on doing this. They were just seeing what they could make me do, and all stuff. But they would sing songs. Sing songs with music, you guys. With music. The perps would sing songs with music. I mean, it was unreal. It was unreal. I haven't really got into V2K that much on these videos. Someday I'll get into it and I'll really explain what they've done to me. They've done all kinds of things to me. I mean, it's unreal. It really is unreal. Nobody would believe it. It's unreal. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off. Tanner's barking outside. I got to take him in. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.